It's day 4, so I didn't make a plan for today, really. We'll see what I get up to today, but the number one thing I do have to remember is go to Domino's and drop off my employment paperwork. My background check cleared yesterday, so I just have to turn in all the papers and bring in like my documents, like my passport and stuff, and my driver's license because I'm going to be a delivery driver, and my car insurance, and then I will find out the answers to all of my very basic questions like, what do I wear? When is the schedule made? When can I start? How much are you gonna pay me? Didn't have any of those answered. And finally, I have finished the counters. It's lunchtime. Last night I was very proud of myself. I put everything in Tupperwares and I cleaned the whole stove off, so it was fresh and clean this morning. I'm just reheating the couscous because we had a bunch left over. I put it on the stove with some extra water. You can kind of tell to make it better than just like microwaving, because you know how pasta gets weird if you just microwave it. I just got back from Domino's where I turned in all of my new hire paperwork. I should be good to go with that, but I asked a bunch of questions while I was in there today because I forgot to ask questions last time due to the strange nature of the interview. But what I don't know still is how much I'm gonna get paid. And then I guess next week maybe I could start driving, who knows? We'll find out. Time to tackle the living room. This is honestly probably not the worst it's ever looked. We have mysterious purple suitcase that was a gift from our wedding registry and I don't know who it came from, is here. We've got some random stuff around here. This just needs to be figured out. That is a crafty area. I just work on that while I watch Netflix, so I'll just figure out how to sort it out better. Table's only a little bit of a mess, but then we have like tons of stuff on the floor, so that's fun. And then that has been sitting in the middle of the floor probably since we moved in and has never moved. And then we have like various things that can be hung up on the wall but have not been hung up on the wall, also have been here since we moved. And then I think I'm gonna change the order of these book box things. If you're wondering, here's what's on our wall. We have a little gallery there. And this is our Caps hockey wall. I am sitting on the floor in a pile of, well, not really in a pile of stuff, but there's a pile of stuff in front of me. And it's all stuff that I've rescued from the floor. And I'm trying to sort it into categories of stuff. So I've decided to repurpose this thingy that was sitting in the middle of the floor by the TV as a magazine holder, because I have a stack of magazines. I have more than just what's in here now, but I have a stack of magazines that I actually want to read before I recycle them, so what better time to do that than on a furlough? Then I've got the recycling envelope, which is filled with recyclable things. I have cleaned up my crafty mess here. I'm working on some cross stitching. Then I have the keep pile. The shred pile has one thing in it. The random pen pile. The keep pile, but the other keep pile is like important papers that need to be filed, and this is like stuff that needs to go not in the living room. And then I have some random remote controls that I found, and trash, and one paper clip. Oh, and I have this bag of stuff that was from Chinese takeout like probably ages ago, but it's just like napkins and chopsticks and stuff, so I'll be putting those in the kitchen. Alright, here we are. There's the walls. There are the walls. They are the same. Here is the main progress area, is like this place by the TV. So there's not nearly as much stuff on the floor. Hello, Sean. Over here, I took, so these 3 things here, well, this one's still full of photo albums, but these 2 were full of reference books, and then also this cabinet under the TV had reference books. So I've actually moved this shelf from, which used to be like under our thermostat, and put them on the shelves based on their category. So the middle one is travel, the bottom one is like most of the reference books, and then the top one is like dictionary type things. And then I put some pictures and relocated the salt lamp to have its own place of glory. And then I dusted everything also. It was so dusty. I sort of cleaned up this top shelf of the TV because it was like just looking a little frazzled. And then I did the same thing for the second shelf. And then I've got a teeny star under there. And then that cabinet is where we keep DVDs. We don't have very many of them, but yeah. And then I've put all of the like hanging, or the stuff that could have been hung on the walls that was sitting there. I've either, if it was a large item, I put it like in the stairwell because I have to figure out where to hang it. And then I put the little ones in here. So I'm gonna take it somewhere else and figure out where to hang things, but it's better to have them all collected for now. And then I have to figure out what to do with those because none of those baskets are gonna be sitting there. Back again after a vacuum and final clear out. So here we are. Again, those 3 baskets are gonna move. I just need to figure out where to put them. But this is like unrecognizable. Sean and I were just saying it's like never been this clean ever since we've lived here. So, and then this is pretty clean. That's my crafty stuff that I work on while I sit on the couch. That is a beer I'm currently drinking. So the rest is just coasters. And then there's my little magazine bag, and that's a lap desk that makes writing and stuff easier on the couch. So that is the living room. I'm very happy with this. So it's time to prepare dinner, and we are doing black bean burgers. This is a recipe that we got from our friend who used to live with us. She was here for living with us for a month, but she was in the DC area for 3 months because she is a travel nurse. And so we were hanging out with her and her cat, Milo. He's awesome. We have black beans, minced onion, which usually you would use like a real onion and mince it up, but I really want to get rid of that because we like never use it. So I'm doing that for now. Parsley, garlic powder, salt, and chili powder. And you mash them all up in here, and then you add some flour, make them into patties, and then you can either fry them on the stove in oil, or we're going to air fry them. So here are the completed veggie burgers. I do spray olive oil on them. Actually, I love this thing. We got one of these sprayers for oil off our wedding registry, and it's probably my favorite thing. It's so silly, but it is. I do 10 minutes on each side at 350 in the air fryer. And now we have tater tots. Whoops. Here we go. Tater tots going on in the air. Well, I'm putting this on the bake mode because it's also a toaster oven. So that's that. And the beeping in the background is potato rolls being toasted. And then we'll have like tomato, lettuce, onion, avocado, a bunch of different toppings. I am not one of those people who takes pictures of their food because it looks good, but I am very, very impressed with myself with this presentation. How gorgeous. So it's eating time, and I approve. Do you approve? Haha. Yay! I mostly made it by myself, which is not a thing that occurs all the time. Usually we work together, or mainly Sean cooks. So a short evening update before I go to bed. We watched an AUDL game, American Ultimate Disc League, on Facebook Live. It was a game from 2016 with the DC Breeze and the New York Empire. During that, I was working on my crafty obsession of cross-stitching. I'm trying to use this opportunity to like do the crafts that I've bought over the years instead of just leaving them sitting in various boxes and drawers. The last thing I was gonna say was like around maybe 9:30, I got a text message from the manager at Domino's. So he texted me and said, I just got an email saying that your background check has cleared and you're good to start work, so can you come tomorrow? So I'm starting my job tomorrow at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. is my shift. That's 10 hours. Probably have to pack my dinner. Don't really know if I have access to pizza, so we'll see. Off to bed I go. Good night.